How's it going, everybody? So, I want to present you guys with another out-of-character video, and I also come at you guys completely on the spot as well. But this video has kind of been building up over the last several weeks, you know? I was kind of tilting towards not making the video, but then I'm just like, okay, let's just hold off a little bit more, a little bit more, a little bit more. Maybe things will turn around and we can come through. But here's the thing, though, ladies and gentlemen. What we're going to be talking about here is something that has been happening on and off over the last several weeks, and I want to know what the hell is going on, YouTube, because here's the thing, is that I understand that sub purges happen every now and then, and there's also scheduled sub purges, but if they keep happening every so often, that it happens more often than average, then there is a problem. And I tweeted at you guys several times. Every single time that I have had a purge of any sorts, I've always tweeted a screenshot at you guys, but I have yet to get any sort of response. So I just gotta ask, what gives? Now, for those of you guys who follow me on Twitter, you guys have more likely than not a pretty good idea as to what it is I'm talking about, but for those that either don't follow me on Twitter or don't know what's going on, allow me to give you guys a little bit of context. So this happened around the start of January, so basically the start of 2018, you know, in midst of all of this controversy surrounding you-know-who. We're not going to talk about that douchebag again, but see, here's the thing, is that in the midst of all of this, you know, I started to kind of notice a little bit of a pattern. Now, the first time that, you know, this purge happened, it's like, okay, you know what? It's like, that's all good, no big deal, you know, subscriber purges, they happen every now and then. Yes, it sucks, you know, to see your growth kind of go down a little bit. But we know the reason as to why subscriber purges happen, and mainly it's because of the fact that they do what's called a subscriber cleanup, where they purge inactive or dead subscriber accounts. Now, of course, this system is nowhere near flawless, because we have actually had instances in the past where we have actually had our own subscribers be unsubbed from us when they didn't actually manually unsub themselves. In fact, I had you guys come at me when there was that sort of situation going on well over a year ago, and you guys were saying, hey, you know, I unsubbed from you and I didn't actually unsubscribe from you. One person in particular, his name sticks out, being a War for 120. God, I miss that guy. But the thing is that, you know, he came to me and he was like, yo, man, it's like I somehow ended up unsubbing from you and I didn't actually unsubscribe from you. And I thought, okay, that's a little bit strange. And here's the thing, is that to further back up how strange this sort of occurrence is, I actually end up getting unsubbed from Orizio, and the thing is that I never once unsubscribed from him manually myself. So here's the thing, is this a possible return of the unsub glitch, or is there something else going on that we don't yet know about? Like, seriously, YouTube, like, you know, I'm not trying to make all these videos calling you guys out to be mean about anything, but it's like, when you're not providing us with transparency, when you're not providing us with answers that are actually very, very valuable, we do tend to get frustrated, and rightfully so, you know? And here's the thing, is that I'm not the only person that this has actually happened to. I actually decided to do a little bit more digging into this situation, and I decided I was going to go on Twitter and do a nice little search. I searched up sub purge, and what I did is I had it set to latest post when it comes to sub purge and all that, and it turns out there's actually other channels I've come across that have had to deal with the same sort of situation or very, very similar thereof, and they themselves have not yet had any answers as well, you know. They would end up having their subscribers purged, and some of them are even saying that, you know, whenever they do an upload or whenever they stream, they somehow end up getting sub-purged, or whenever they make a video that's quote-unquote negative. And here's the thing, is that it's really up to the eyes of the beholder what you can call negative. I mean, hell, this video is probably negative in the eyes of some higher-ups out there. They're probably going to end up sub-purging me even more. But here's the thing, is that this video is made out of principle, because here's the thing, is that I'm not the only one that is seeking answers here. Some of you guys watching are seeking answers as well, and some of the other YouTubers out there that are going through the same sort of situation as we are also seeking answers. So it's like, seriously, YouTube, it's like, what gives? You know, like, do you not understand that communication is actually very, very valuable? I mean, hell, like, I work in a field that requires communication. That is one of the first keys of importance when it comes to working healthcare security is communication. And, you know, on top of all that, it just really kind of feels demoralizing and defeating in a way, because it's like when you put so much hard work and dedication and time into your YouTube channel and the YouTube videos, and on top of all the other glitches and all the other problems that are taking place here on YouTube, such as the sub box glitch, such as the notification glitch, such as, you know, the demonetization logos that crop up every now and then automatically that screw your videos over when it comes to the lack of promotion, because your videos therefore don't make any money if they are being demonetized, you know, things like that. It's, you know, a big landslide of problems that's already going on. But on top of all of that, you know, there is, of course, possible sub-purge glitches that really just kind of adds up against the odds when it comes to a YouTuber such as myself or such as anybody else that are going through similar issues as well. And this is why, you know, we kind of need to stand together and why we need to start communicating more as a community, right? It's honestly really not that hard of a concept to understand, you know, when it comes to communication. I mean, if your creators are speaking out and they are pointing out that there are problems on this site that could happen to potentially anybody, you know, don't you think that maybe you should make some sort of official statement about it, or, you know, at least at the very, very minimum, make a tweet or response about it, say, hey, we'll look into this, you know, just please be patient, or something like that, something along those lines. Just toss us a bone, like it's not that difficult. So anyways, the first time that this took place was actually on the 12th of January, where I had a sub purge, and it only was a very small amount. So I was thinking, it's like, you know what, it's like, it kind of sucks, but, you know, again, it's like, I understand the concept and the intent behind sub purges is to make sure that they get rid of any inactive or dead accounts or bots. Now, here's the thing, is that this started happening again and again and again. It was kind of spaced out a little bit, but towards the end of January, it was happening, you know, every other day. And I counted up until today, here and now, it happened a minimum of 6 times. Now, there were other instances that it did happen, which I didn't post about on Twitter, which I should have, so that's my bad. I apologize for that. But take my word for it when I say that this did happen a minimum of 6 times, and this right here is kind of raising some flags here. It's like some really, really big concerns. And here's the thing, is that if I'm not getting any answers, if I'm not getting, you know, any sort of clarification whatsoever as to what is going on, you know, it kind of makes me start drawing a bunch of different conclusions. Like, what is going on? Like, has our channel somehow been suppressed and targeted by a faulty algorithm? You know, what is going on? Is it a possibility that our channel got attacked by a bot or something like that to screw with the algorithms even further and mess with our channel? You know, what is the deal? You know, I'm begging for help at this point. You know, I really don't know what else I can say and what to do. You know, it's like, you know, I'm doing the best I can to do me, and that is to inspire and entertain everybody here on the channel that comes across my videos. And the thing is that, you know, I've been having to make a lot more of these sort of videos, you know, nowadays, because of the fact that there's been a lot of problems that's been going on, you know, not just with our channel, obviously, but, you know, with, you know, the entirety of the YouTube community, right? But the thing is, though, man, is that, like, this right here is just another example of me having to just let it all out, just talk to you guys, because that's really all I can do at this point, is to talk to you guys and ask you guys for help. You know, like, I need help, you know, plain and simple. Like, I don't know how much more plainer it can get. Now, with all that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry to have to bring you guys yet another one of those kind of videos where I come at you guys out of character and address something that is of concern. But, you know, one of the things that I always say here on the channel, you know, whenever it comes to any sort of serious message, is to never ever keep things bottled up, right? I've said the same thing before when I've been real personal with you guys, you know, talking about my dealings with the likes of depression and, you know, with the likes of my disability being Asperger's syndrome, which is on the autism spectrum. You know, never ever keep things bottled up. You know, don't ever shut yourself down. If you got anything that you got to say, then come out and say it, you know? Like, you really don't have to be afraid. If there is something on your mind, say it, but there is a way you can go about it, right? You can either rage about it or you can be professional about it. But in this situation here, in any sort of situation when it comes to addressing something serious, I always do the very best I can to remain professional and calm about things. But if the same sort of situation keeps pushing and pushing and pushing, like for example at ShowPro, there's been a few times I went off during those sort of videos, and rightfully so, I think, but that's just my own opinion. Feel free to disagree. But all I'm saying at the end of the day is that we're all human, we are allowed to speak up if there is something that is troubling us. So with that being said, guys, I want to say once again, thank you guys so very much for sitting through this video and allowing for me to come to you guys, completely as myself and, allow for me to just talk to you guys. Like, I want to say thank you guys for that. And this is, again, one of the biggest reasons why I always say that this is the best community, because it's filled with amazing people like you. You guys are always willing to listen, and it really does mean a lot, and it really carries a lot of weight at the end of the day. And that's one of the reasons why I keep coming back, despite the amount of obstacles and the amount of odds that seemingly keep on getting hurled our way, Like, I always come back because I know what I'm coming back to, I know who is really here to support not just myself as a person, but, as a content creator, support our videos, supporting our channel and our community as well. I want to say, like, endlessly, thank you guys so very much for all that. It really does mean a lot. And, with all that being said, guys, I really don't know what else I can say. Just, basically at this point, we just gotta keep on doing our thing, man. We gotta keep on hammering it out, And one of the themes when it comes to the channel, and when it comes to just, like, the overall, I guess you could say, essence, right, is perseverance, right? That's one of the traits that my MegaCrasher character has, is perseverance. Whenever, he's not raging or throwing a hissy fit or whatever. And that's also one of my personal character traits, is perseverance, I've had a lot of crap thrown at me growing up, right? And I still, to this day, have to deal with this shit every now and then, but it's like, you know what, man? It's like, that's just the way it is. And there is that wonderful saying that it's stuck with me since I first heard it from my father, and that is, what does not kill you makes you stronger. So here's the thing. Obviously, I'm not dead, and we're dealing with this right now, so it's like, hey, when we overcome it, it's just going to make us stronger. So with that being said, guys, I want to say thank you guys all very much for watching this video. And like I said in my last video where I came at you guys serious, I want you guys to share this video, give it some support, and, also tell me if you guys have had to deal with that sort of situation where, you guys have had to deal with multiple sub purges, where you've actually known of creators having to deal with the same sort of situation that we're dealing with right now. Communication, guys, that's really one of the basic yet most important things to implement in life in general, when it comes to businesses, when it comes to just, well, anything really, is communication. I don't think I can stress that enough, man. Communication is very important. Even when it might not seem like a big deal, believe me when I say that every little bit counts. Every little bit of communication counts, even if it might seem like it's overstated or over-communicated. You know what? I always say that anything that's over-communicated is better than no communication at all. So, with that said, guys, I say have yourself a good night. I'll see you guys in a little bit. Going to work on another video for you guys, and I'll be bringing the insanity in my MegaCrasher character. So, have yourself a good night. Thank you for watching again. I love each and every single one of you guys. You guys are fantastic as ever before. I love you guys for everything that you've done for me, not just as a content creator, but as a person as well, and for the community. So, thank you for watching. Don't forget, subscribe, support, stay positive, keep it 100. I'll see you guys in a bit. Take care.